Here is everything you need to know about Bloons TD 6 to become an instant pro at it, so let's get started. In this episode, I'm going to show you which heroes to choose and when to play them, how to basically black border every map you play, and how to use your monkeys properly and effectively in all your strategies. And finally, monkey knowledge. Is it important? Do you need it or do you want to keep it off? So let's start right away. So first off, initially you're going to get to this page. Things might seem a little bit overwhelming. Don't get worried. So the first heroes you're going to start off with are going to be these these four right here. Don't worry about it. You're going to probably need Quincy off the bat. And here's what you're going to want to do. So you're going to want to use Quincy. I'll show you some open strategies as well. But your objective is to save up for Soda. So Soda's a really good hero. She's going to carry you through all your black borders. So you get all the money you need to unlock every single other champion and all their skins. And let's get into it. So here's how to use Quincy to black border every single map. Now, for example, we're looking at Monkey Meadow. Now, the hardest mode is going to be either chimps or half cash, depending on how you're playing it. But to make these modes easier, and this does not apply to chimps, you need to focus on monkey knowledge. So monkey knowledge is here. Now, which skill tree should you start off with? My personal advice, if you're looking to black border, you should start off with two. You want to get with heroes, so try to get all the upgrades. And again, it's fine if you don't have them. I have guides with no monkey knowledge, so you can just watch those. And you want to go with the primary monkey knowledge tree. And your objective is to kind of get to this point where you have more starting cash, because that is going to save you a lot of heartache. And then from there, you can kind of go into magic, which is my advice, then military, then support, because of all that extra money, and then finally powers, because no one likes them and no one uses them for any good reason. So now that we got monkey knowledge out of the way, we want to kind of explain how this game works. So let's say you're going to play a hard game. You're going to go on the hardest mode. Typically on chimps, the way it's going to work is you're not going to get to use any of the so you don't get to continue, no hearts lost, no extra income, so you can't use banana farms, things like that, no monkey knowledge, and no powers or even selling towers. So basically you can do nothing other than play the base of the game. To add, a little bit more to the suffering, they let you start off with only one life, and you get to start off with the basic amount of money, which is 650 for this mode. Now, this is how you want to play it. So each hero has abilities. So you're going to see Quincy has a level 3 rapid shot and a level 10 storm of arrows. Now, these are going to come in fairly handy, but the initial thing you want to learn is positioning. So for example, on this map, you probably want to push Quincy up, because that way you can fit another monkey down here. Now, if you want to see complete guides on how to beat maps on whatever game mode you're playing, just feel free to look into my channel. You got 500 tutorials to look at, and if you want to watch all 500, I'm okay with that. If you want to subscribe, share, anything like that, I'm happy. Now, on to the next little bit, your monkeys. So it's important to know what these monkeys cost. So for example, if you're looking at a chimps run, I typically recommend getting started with this guy. However, for chimps, you might want to go for something more of a boomerang monkey, where you go all the way to Glaive Lord. But to get these, you are going to have to play a few times to gather XP to unlock these skills. Don't worry about it, just play a round or two. You got modes before you get to chimps. My personal advice is whenever you're playing a map, always start off with the easiest. Don't get pushed away by this image, it's fine, because that way you collect the XP you need for your towers to get you to where you need to get. And the reason I love this is because there's a really simple way to beat every beginner map on easy. So easy and medium, actually. It is one single tower. And here's how it works. So you set yourself a dart monkey, you go long range, enhanced eyesight, quick shots, and then you get started. You want to get very quick shots. This doesn't even need a hero. At this point, you're just good to go. Now, it's crucial that you put your dart monkey into somewhere where they'll have multiple contacts with the balloons, so it's not just kind of like a one-off position like up here. No, you want to keep it somewhere where it'll be hitting balloons for quite a while before they're out of its scope. Then you want to go crossbow. And then very quickly, as soon as you can, you're going to get yourself an alchemist. I like to set the alchemist to strong. You don't have to. You're going to be fine. And then for the alchemist, you're just going to go larger potions, acid mixture dip, and then you're going to go leave your desk, grab a coffee, do whatever you need to do, and then you're going to come back when you have enough for a sharpshooter. Now keep in mind, upgrades are relative to the mode you're playing on. So easy, like we're playing right now, has the cheapest upgrades, and as you go into harder modes, the upgrades only get more expensive. So you get sharpshooter, and this should actually be enough to beat round 40. But you're going to get a bunch of money, so why not just give your alchemist a little bit of berserker brew, stronger acid, perishing potions, and then as soon as you can into a stronger stimulant. Now this is way more than enough to beat this map. However, if you're playing all the way to round 80, which is the hard mode, all you're going to want to add to this build are two things. You're going to save up to get this guy to Crossbow Master, and you want to get yourself a Monkey Village. Doesn't really matter where, as long as it covers this guy, and this is a path you want to take with the Monkey Village. You want to go all the way to Primary Mentoring, and that is pretty much it. You're fully covered at that point. And another thing to keep in mind is don't worry, if you have a good strategy and you're good, just do not worry about losing rounds, just save up that sweet money so you can buy what you need. And now again, like I mentioned, so the reason I recommend these upgrades, and only for primary towers of course, is you see this guy's range right now, and that's while he's getting buffed. Now if we go like that, now look at that beautiful range. So he can basically hit everything, and here's round 40 for you. And that's how it's done. This will work for every single beginner map you have. So any game mode, any map, just find the right place. Even all the way to Apocalypse, you're going to be good to go. Now, the next thing you really need to know is how to get which towers are the best to use and when. So for this, I recommend 2 towers specifically. You're going to want to learn how to use your Boomerang Monkey. So this is a path I would recommend. At least go 4 and then 2 at the bottom. Who cares about this middle path? And you want to get yourself a bomb shooter, and for the bomb shooter it's going to be the slower path, and then 2 here in the middle. And the reason I recommend these 2 is these are the cheapest towers that can remove bulk rushes. So like you have like the round 63 rushes, or even the higher end rushes, you're going to need to get, well, more upgrades. But these 2 towers will crush and completely decimate. So if you have this, for example, it'll completely decimate every single rush that comes in. Now you do have to get them camo detection, and the best way I've found to do that, well, there's actually 2 ways. If there's a plot for water that you can drop a submarine in, you want to go all the way to submersion support and just keep it submerged so that it removes the camo. If not, and another option, because they are primary towers, you get yourself a Monkey Village, you try to go all the way to primary expertise, and you get radar scanner on the bottom. So you go 5 up top, 2 on the bottom, at whatever order you want to do it. Just make sure you get the camo early on because you're going to need it, and let's keep going. Now, you have to make sure you also experiment, right? You want to try new strategies because the game does get updated quite a bit. Things get nerfed, things get buffed. But I've been playing the game now for maybe like 1,300 hours, and so far what's been consistent is how perfect the Dart Monkey is for anything that isn't an Impoppable or a Chimps round, and how perfect this guy and this guy are for that. Now, you can always learn how to use attack shooter and go for an overdrive and faster shooting and even faster shooting, but that has very specific parameters to work in, so it's not always something you can depend on. Now, another very important thing you need to know is not all towers deal damage, and that's not the point of all towers. So, for example, your Glue Gunner is very useful if you're playing all the way to round 100 on Chimps mode because it'll immobilize the balloons, the big Moabs that come. And you want to be able to take care of those. And on that topic, it's important to know what can face you. So, you want to go into sandbox mode, and you want to kind of test out each balloon you get. The biggest one you're ever going to get is going to be this one, So here you have the bad, so this is the biggest of them all, the baddest of them all, if you will. You got your DDTs, which are pretty fast, and they do get faster the higher round you go. You don't encounter these till round 91, and you don't encounter bads till round 100. And then you have your ZOMG. The first one you encounter here is going to be on round 80, but as you can tell, it is abnormally slow. And then you have your BFB, and the first time you encounter this red guy, come on buddy, also very slow. Well, you gotta play the map, speed it up. But yeah, this one you encounter at round 60, and then you have your Moab at round 40. Now again, make sure you learn to speed up and slow, because sometimes you do need to slow it down just to get that breather. And let's keep going. Now for heroes. So, like I said, you're gonna want to play either Quincy or Oben. But the objective is to save up for Soda, and then going from that, you want to save up for Geraldo. I know it says Geraldo, but apparently that's his name, so I'm sorry. Please don't get mad at me. I'm sorry, guys. Let's keep going. By the way, all the other heroes are useless. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. Shh, don't talk about it. No, I'm kidding. But if you're into the expert maps, you're going to use Sai, and then maybe into the advanced, you're going to use maybe a Benjamin or a Etienne. Maybe an Adora. It depends on your strategy, but by then you'll have more than you need to know about the game, so you should be fine. And now finally, it's always good to get into these temporary objectives. Ooh, there's an extreme mode now. Yep, play these. They're good. They happen every couple days. They do change, so they have deadlines to play them, but they're fun. They're good challenges if you want to learn the nitty-gritty of things. And then let's finally speak about the achievements. So some achievements are actually pretty stupid. Some of them are hidden. I do have tutorials on those as well. So every hidden achievement here, I have a tutorial for, so don't worry about it. Now, something else you want to keep in mind is there are some achievements that are just really obnoxious, like completing 100 Odysseys. That's going to take you a lot of time, but, you know, anything for the money, you know? And then never forget, you can play co-op with your friends, play with your friends, learn with your friends, and let's keep growing this community. And then finally, just challenge editor. This is where you can test things out and create your own challenge for yourself, maybe play it for other people. And now you can play other people's challenges. So you go to view browser and then you can play, and if you want something really absurd, you just kind of go to like expert and you find the ones with the lowest win rates and then just play them. You know, if you feel like crying yourself to sleep, by all means. And then final thing I want to talk about is skins. Don't get skins unless you have all the heroes you need, because they don't do anything to the hero. They just make it look different. Now, I got skins because I'm an idiot, but, you know, don't be an idiot, basically. And I hope you enjoyed the video. This covers everything I think you should know coming into the game. Now, I did see it coming in for free on Epic Games, which is why I made this video. I figured there's going to be a lot of new players, and it would really help you to have this information early on. So if you enjoyed the video, please press that like button. Not already subscribed, please subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye now.